Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me on my program. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me from any part of the world, I thank you very much for your contributions on this channel. Please kindly subscribe if you have not subscribed, and also click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload a video. You will be among the first to receive it. In this channel, I bring information to your doorstep. I bring news from all channels, from every angle. Things that have to do about the world, things that have to do about Africa, more especially Nigeria. I bring it to your doorstep. Some information that you ignore, some information that you cannot be able to come across, I look for them, I bring it to your doorstep for you to see. Every video you see on this channel is for educational purpose, to keep you up and get you aware of what is happening in the contraction called Nigeria, more especially. I bring the information to your doorstep. They are not lies. Most of the videos you're going to watch here are videos that are coming from the conventional media, and some of us sometimes are lazy to get into it. Sometimes are too busy to be able to lay a hand on this. That is why I bring the videos to your doorstep. Watch from beginning to the end. Remember, these videos are for educational purposes, so that you can be educated and know what is going on. Let us watch together. At the end, you can go to the comment section and put down your comment. Give your opinion. Say it the way you feel it. Nobody's going to come against you. It's a free world, and this is the social media where people say it and set the record straight exactly the way it is without being controlled. Do that on the comment section. Let us watch the video together as it comes. Thank you.
Media was awash with reactions following the killing of a Lagos-based female lawyer, Bolanle Rahim, in the Ajah area of the state on Christmas Day by a trigger-happy Assistant Superintendent of Police. The policeman, ASP Ayuba, attached to the Ajah police station, and his team were said to have tried to stop Bolanle and her family members as they drove back home from a Christmas Day church service. It is reported that Bolanle was shot dead when the car she was in tried to make a U-turn under the Ajah Bridge. Lagos State Police Command says it's investigating the incident and have condoled with her family, friends, and the Nigerian Bar Association, assuring that justice will prevail. While reacting to the incident, the Lagos State Governor, Babajide Sanwo-Olu, in a series of tweets, condemned the killing, stating that he received the news with utter shock and sadness. In another tweet, the governor wrote, "The Lagos State Police Command have arrested, disarmed, and detained the officers involved in the incident. Nothing will be spared under the laws of Lagos State until justice is served speedily and adequately." Well, Bolanle, her friend, wrote, "Bolanle Rahim was my real estate agent. She supported me in my goal and was always cheering me on. She was so hardworking, positive, and such a cheerful spirit. She has a husband and child. I can't even say more. The Nigerian police are killers." Well, Atiku Abubakar wrote, "The shooting of Bolanle Rahim by a police officer is heartbreaking and stands condemned. This latest shooting calls to attention the urgent need for police reforms that will sensitize the force and bring it in line with best policing practices." Well, Peter Obi wrote, "Her killing and the loss of many innocent lives across the nation to trigger happy policemen is the reason why I will embark on the immediate and instructive security sector reform and governance. Relatedly, we must improve the functioning and effectiveness of the police by strengthening their civilian oversight, as well as increasing their strength, material, financial allocation, and enhanced professional training. Our national policing strength must be relative to our national population and meet global standards." This is the call. It is such an outrageous incident that occurred on Christmas Day of all days. I was listening earlier to a voice note, though unconfirmed, from her husband saying how he witnessed the shooting of his dear wife. This gun, the bullet went through her chest, opened her chest, and she was pregnant. She fell on the floor. It took them a few minutes before they could rush her into the hospital. This policeman, if you can pull up her picture, I believe her family members took and pull up his picture. I believe, their family members took him in the car and drove him to the hospital. Bolanle died in the hospital. This is so horrific. This incident needs to be thoroughly investigated, like the governor of Lagos State has assured us. But I don't think it goes it's not just about the investigation. This needs to stop. The hashtag #EndSARS has started all over again. I am so heartbroken, Rufai.
Oji, we are all heartbroken, commiserations to the family, but we don't learn anything in this country. I bet you, Oji, I've been hearing about the atrocious activities of that Ajiwe police station in Aja. It's been a while now. What was done? Nothing. Oji, it will happen again. We'll come here, we'll talk again. In fact, even the police, they make jest of us. The media will just talk. Even I talk, they go talk. I don't kill the person, finish. Culture, we eat strategy for breakfast. We are not ready. The day we are ready as a country, Nigeria will change. Now, everybody is going on social media. Putin. Oh, presidential candidate too, Putin. The same people. When Deborah died, we know what happened. No? We have not forgotten. No? We have not forgotten. Now, everybody is using Bolanle to trend. May they not use us trend. That's the prayer I pray for everybody. May they not use us trend after our death because of the faulty system. And where do we link it to? Do we train our police officers as well? Look, go and check online for a video, Oji. Maybe you can use it on what's trending. It was shot in 2013. The state of our police college in Ikeja, a documentary was done by a TV station. Shambolic. Are we going to say we don't know that police officers are doing all of this? You remember the young man they killed the other time in Aja? What was done? The last story of Demola Yaya Baton, maybe it was just 15 years they gave the police officer. So they know that they will come out of it. They know that life does not mean anything in the country. They know that nobody is safe in Nigeria, so they can do and undo. And please, I hate it when people make the argument that it's because of money. They are not being, it's a lie.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
It's because the Nigerian police know that they will kill you and nothing will happen.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
And there are people in the fellow police force who shield them. That's why they can go ahead and kill people. See, if you are being paid the best money in the world, if you have a mental pattern of thinking that shows that if you do something, there are no consequences for your action, you will go away with it. The American police that they are paying a lot of money, an average American police officer gets like $55,000 a year. Are they not still killing black people? It's because they know that when they kill black people in America, there are no repercussions. The reason why Nigerian police can get away with it is because they know that when they kill people in Nigeria, there are no repercussions. Did we learn anything from NSAS? No. What happened it's not more killings that happen in NSAS. The same killings people protested against the NSAS. Didn't more people get killed? So why do we deceive ourselves so much? I'm just sad for the unborn child. Only God knows what that child will have become in this country. But Oji, let me not deceive you. It will happen again. And me and you will come here and talk about it again. Except we are ready to change things. But we are not ready now.
Ayo, I cannot even begin to imagine what this family is going through at this point. Imagine on Christmas Day how to spend your Christmas. And can you believe that she was shot dead in front of her child?
You know, when you're describing it, Oji, thank you for breaking it down and presenting it so there's a human form to it. This is, and you know, while it was chilling for me when you were speaking, because this could have been anyone. So it could have been you, it could have been me, it could have been your mother, it could have been your sister, it could have been your daughter, because there wasn't anything unique about Bolanle. The only thing about her was that the policeman saw someone who perhaps for one reason or the other and decided to shoot, and it happened to be Bolanle Rahim that got the bullet. It could have been any other Nigerian. And like Rufai has mentioned, there are a few others that happened. Gafar Buraimo, 2 weeks ago, in the same Aja area, stray bullets cut him down in his prime, 31 years old. All we hear are statements, we're sorry. In fact, I saw a tweet this morning that perhaps if something had been done about Buraimo or Gafar, we wouldn't have had a Bolanle Rahim situation. So just 2 weeks ago, if there was a decisive action towards that particular killing, we wouldn't be 2 weeks afterwards talking about another innocent woman who's gone. Now, talking about the issues, just resting on that, I want to just, we must continue to talk about these issues, irrespective of whether or not, you know, it's taken an effect until we see. And the reason why is because it can affect any one of us. We've talked about recruitment process right from the very beginning. So we've talked about investigation, it's going to be swift. Let us see stiff punishment and consequences for these misdemeanors by policemen. We talk about training and retraining. We talked about psychological evaluation. We've talked about the fact that they should be tested even for drugs and alcohol use. We've seen, some of us have seen policemen at their duty post drinking. Some of them, their breath, there's heavy alcohol on their breath. Who is checking this? What are the checks and balances for the policemen? Very important. There must be compensation for the family.
Absolutely.
There must be compensation for both the, the husband, the husband and the child, and the family. Very important. It is sad, but the best justice, the form of justice for Bolanle Rahim and every soul that has unfortunately been killed by the Nigerian police is that we must see a better police force.
Yes.
We cannot continue like this. That is the best justice for them.
You raised a very valid point, Ayo. Who is checking the Nigerian police? You talked about drunken police officers. Yeah. What could have happened here, Dr. Abati? I mean, what are the laws in terms of police officers with, maybe traffic rules? Are they supposed to stop with the gun? I mean, what is the situation here?
Well, we said this earlier on. Nobody is allowed under the laws of Nigeria to use his uniform to commit crime. Whether you are a police officer or you are a soldier or you are a civil defense officer. That uniform, wearing the uniform of Nigeria, and the laws of Nigeria guarantee certain rights to individuals. What are the fundamental rights you are dealing with here? Section 33 talks about the right to life. Section 33, okay, even all those are not allowed under the law. And I've had somebody once statement talking about the 3 officers that have been investigated will be subjected to orderly room trial. Which orderly room trial has the police ever conducted in this country? And you get to know the outcome. No, those 3 persons should be put before the law courts to undergo criminal proceedings immediately. And the relevant law is Section 315 of the Criminal Code. Section 315 deals with murder or manslaughter. It says you cannot unlawfully take another person's life. And this is precisely what this Mr. Vandi and his accomplices have done in this particular case, summarily executing an innocent woman. If I could have been worse, any of those children in the vehicle with her could also have been killed. The Mr. Vandi killed the living and killed the unborn.
Yes.
She being a pregnant woman.
Yes.
And he cannot lay claim that because he's wearing a police uniform, that he was doing his duty. What duty is he performing in that regard? So they must be charged accordingly. Under orderly room trial, the only thing they can do is to take their plea, and then they must be handed over immediately to the court of law to go and face the music. That's one. 2, the account given by Mr. Rahim, he said when the incident occurred and he saw his wife bleeding, he took her immediately to the nearest hospital. Yeah. But the hospital said they could not attend to them. And I hope people know that there is a law in Nigeria that says you cannot reject gunshot victims. So part of the investigation should be to identify that hospital that said they could not attend, because was it possible that if she had immediately been attended to, the doctors in that particular hospital would have been able to save her life? He now had to take the wife from that hospital that rejected her and started looking for another hospital. By the time they now got to that second hospital, she was dead. So part of the investigation should identify that hospital and try to find out why that hospital lacked the capacity to attend to a gunshot victim, because there is a specific law in that regard that you cannot reject a gunshot victim. But on the whole, there have been talks about police, there have been talks about police reform and all of that. Well, part of the outcome of the October 2020 NSAS protest is that policemen should be subjected to psychiatric examination. And I repeat the point I made earlier. That Ajiwe police station that is so notorious, maybe what the IG should do is to temporarily shut down that station or take out all the people there and commit them to Yaba Psychiatric Hospital for proper examination.
Absolutely. Because
in 1 month, they've killed 2 people. It will be a great shame to the Inspector General of Police himself if an officer from that same station kills somebody again. This Mr. Vandi, who is the executioner in this particular case, we're told has been in the police force for 33 years. Nigeria is a place where people talk about experience. They say, oh, he's an experienced man. He has been there for 33 years. There are a lot of people who will spend 33 years in one place, and there will be a problem to the system. Those 3 policemen, these are rogue policemen, and they should be sanctioned. And I mentioned earlier on the case of one gentleman, Godsent Obafunso, in Urume, in East and Northeast local government in Edo State, who was also killed in August by policemen. Nobody has done anything about it. And the brother has had to cry out to say, instead of helping him to sanction the policeman, they are collecting money from him. They have collected 230,000 from him. A man who loses his brother, then you will be telling him to give an IPO, investigating police officer, 200,000. To check the autopsy report, you will ask for 30,000 naira. What kind of police force is that?
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have been educated with this video. I hope you have learned something from the video you just watched. Please go to the comment section and put down your comments. Whatever you think about the video you have watched, or anything you have learned that you wanted to share together, go to the comment section and keep yourself busy. It's a free place where people share their opinion. And please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell so that you'll be notified each time a video comes out. And also, share the video to your family and friends. Share it to all platforms so that people can get aware of what is happening in the world, mainly in the contraption called Nigeria. We have to keep people on their toe, keep people informed on what is going on. That is exactly what we are doing. Every video you are watching in this channel is for the purpose of education and nothing more. Thank you so much for watching, and remember blessed. Bye-bye. See you again.